to Silla in the 6th century. 24. In the 11th century Goryeo, which succeeded unified Silla, built a summer palace in Seoul, which was referred to as the southern capital. It was only from this period that Seoul became a larger settlement. 22. When Joseon replaced Goryeo, the capital was moved to Seoul, also known as Hanyang or Hanseong, where it remained until the fall of the dynasty. The Gyeongbok Palace, built in the 14th century, served as the royal residence until 1592. The other large palace, Changdeokgung, constructed in 1405, served as the main royal palace from 1611 to 1872. 22. After Joseon changed her name to the Korean Empire in 1897, Hwangseong also designated Seoul. Originally, the city was entirely surrounded by a massive circular stone wall to provide its citizens security from wild animals, thieves and attacks. The city has grown beyond those walls, and although the wall no longer stands, except along Bagaksan Mountain (Korean, Bagaksan Hanya), Bayueshan north of the downtown area. 25. The gates remain near the downtown district of Seoul, including most notably Sungyemun, commonly known as Namdaemun, and Heungin-jamun, commonly known as Dongdaemun. 26. During the Joseon dynasty, the gates were opened and closed each day, accompanied by the ringing of large bells at the Bosingak Belfry. 27. In the late 19th century, after hundreds of years of isolation, Seoul opened its gates to foreigners and began to modernize. Seoul became the first city in East Asia to introduce electricity in the royal palace. Built by the Edison Illuminating Company. 28. And a decade later Seoul also implemented electrical street lights. 29. Much of the development was due to trade with foreign countries like France and the United States. For example, the Seoul Electric Company, Seoul Electric Trolley Company, and Seoul Fresh Spring Water Company were all joint Korean-US owned enterprises. 30. In 1904, an American by the name of Angus Hamilton visited the city and said, "The streets of Seoul are magnificent, spacious, clean, admirably made and well drained. The narrow, dirty lanes have been widened. Gutters have been covered, roadways broadened. Seoul is within measurable distance of becoming the highest, most interesting and cleanest city in the East." 31. After the annexation treaty in 1910, Japan annexed Korea and renamed the city Gyeongseong, Gyeongsong, in Korean and Keijo in Japanese. Japanese technology was imported. The city walls were removed, some of the gates demolished. Roads became paved and Western-style buildings were constructed. The city was liberated by U.S. forces at the end of World War II. 22. In 1945, the city was officially named Seoul, and was designated as a special city in 1949. 22. During the Korean War, Seoul changed hands between the Soviet Geography. Han River at Sunrise. Seoul is in the northwest of South Korea. Seoul proper comprises 605.25 square kilometers, 233.69 square miles, 2, with a radius of approximately 15 kilometers, 9 miles. Roughly bisected into northern and southern halves by the Han River. The Han River and its surrounding area played an important role in Korean history. The three kingdoms of Korea strove to take control of this land, where the river was used as a trade route to China, via the Yellow Sea. 37. The river is no longer actively used for navigation. Because its estuary is located at the borders of the two Koreas, with civilian entry barred. Historically, the city was during the Joseon dynasty bounded by the Seoul Fortress Wall, which stretched between the four main mountains in central Seoul, Bagaksan, Inwangsan, Naksan and Namsan. The city is bordered by 8 mountains, as well as the more level lands of the Han River Plain and western areas. Due to its geography and to economic development policies, Seoul is a very polycentric city. The area that was the old capital in the Joseon dynasty, and mostly comprises Jongnyo District and Yeong District, constitutes the historical and political center of the city. However, for example, the city's financial capital is widely considered to be in Yeouido, while its economic capital is Gangnam District. Air pollution is a major issue in Seoul. 48, 49, 50, 51. According to the 2016 World Health Organization Global Urban Ambient Air Pollution Database, 52, the annual average PM2.5 concentration in 2014 was 24 micrograms per cubic meter, standards to improve and manage air quality for its people. 55, the Special Act on the Improvement of Air Quality in the Seoul metropolitan area, was passed in December 2003. Its first Seoul Metropolitan Air Quality Improvement Plan, 2005 to 2014, focused on improving the concentrations of PM10 and nitrogen dioxide by reducing emissions. 56, as a result, the annual average PM10 concentrations decreased from 70.0 micrograms. Seoul is the business and financial hub of South Korea. Although it accounts for only 0.6% of the nation's land area. 48.3% of South Korea's bank deposits were held in Seoul in 2003, 74, and the city generated 23% of the country's GDP overall in 2012, 75. In 2008, the Worldwide Centers of Commerce Index ranked Seoul number 9. 76. The Global Financial Centers Index in 2015 listed Seoul as the 6th financially most competitive city in the world. 77. The Economist Intelligence Unit ranked Seoul 15th in the list of overall 2025 city competitiveness, regarding future competitiveness of cities. 78. Manufacturing. The traditional labor-intensive manufacturing industries have been continuously replaced by information technology, electronics and assembly type of industries. 79. 80. However, food and beverage production, as well as printing and publishing, remained among the core industries. 79. Major manufacturers are headquartered in the city, including Samsung, LG, Hyundai, Kia and SK. Notable food and beverage companies include Jinro, whose soju is the most sold alcoholic drink in the world, beating out Smirnoff Vodka. 81. Top-selling beer producers Hite, merged with Jinro, and Oriental Brewery. 82. It also hosts food giants like Seoul Dairy Cooperative, Nongshim Group, Ottogi, CJ, Orion Mail Holdings, Namyang Dairy Products and Lotte Finance. Yoido Seoul hosts large concentration of headquarters of international companies and banks, including 15 companies on Fortune 500 list such as Samsung, LG and Hyundai. 83. Most bank headquarters and the Korea Exchange are located in Yoido, Yoi Island. 79, which is often called South Korea's Wall Street, and has been serving as the financial center of the city since the 1980s. 84. The Seoul International Finance Center and SIFC Mall. Hanwha 63 Building, the Hanwha Insurance Company head office. Hanwha is one of the 3 largest South Korean insurance companies, along with Samsung Life and Gangnam and Kyobo Life Insurance Group. Commerce main article. Shopping in Seoul. Myeongdong, the largest wholesale and retail market in South Korea, the Dongdaemun Market, is located in Seoul. 85. Myeongdong is a shopping and entertainment area in downtown Seoul with mid to high-end stores, fashion boutiques and international brand outlets. 86. The nearby Namdaemun Market, named after the Namdaemun Gate, is the oldest continually running market in Seoul. 87. Insadong is the cultural art market of Seoul, where traditional and modern Korean artworks, such as paintings, sculptures and calligraphy are sold. 88. Hwangikdong Flea Market and Jangunpyeong Antique Market also offer antique products. 89. 90. Some shops for local designers have opened in Samcheong-dong, where numerous small art galleries are located, while Itaewon had catered mainly to foreign tourists and American soldiers based in the city. Koreans now comprise the majority of visitors to the area. 91. The Gangnam district is one of the most affluent areas in Seoul. 91. And is noted for the fashionable and upscale Apgujeong-dong and Cheongdam-dong areas and the COEX Mall. Wholesale markets include Noyingjin Fisheries Wholesale Market and Garrick Market. The Yongsan Electronics Market is the largest electronics market in Asia. Electronics markets are Gangbyeon Station Metro Line 2 Technomart, ENTER 6 Mall and Shindoram Station Technomart Mall Complex. 92. Times Square is one of Seoul's largest shopping malls featuring the CGV Stadium, the world's largest permanent 35mm cinema screen. 93. Korea World Trade Center Complex, which comprises COEX Mall, Congress Center, 3 intercontinental hotels, Business Tower, Assem Tower, Residence Hotel, Casino and City Airport Terminal was established in 1988 in time for the Seoul Olympics. The second World Trade Center is being planned at Seoul Olympic Stadium Complex as MICE Hub by Seoul City. Ex-KEPCO head office building was purchased by Hyundai Motor Group with $9 billion to build 115-story Hyundai GBC and hotel complex until 2021. Now ex-KEPCO 25-story building is under demolition. Technology. Seoul has been described as the world's most wired city. 94. Ranked first in technology readiness by PwC's Cities of Opportunity report. 95. Seoul has a very technologically advanced infrastructure. 96. 97. Seoul is among the world leaders in internet connectivity. Being the capital of South Korea, which has the world's highest fiber optic broadband penetration and highest global average internet speeds of 26.1 megabits.